Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to see some backtesting videos. We'll start. So before that we'll see Nifty, Bank Nifty and Midcap and Finnifty all are having a sideways close, and today a lot of SL has happened that we will discuss detailing. Stocks also, except for ICICI which is bleeding, others are okay. IV is 11, so it is still supportive to sellers. We'll start with our Nifty. So my time frame here is 1 hour so that we'll get a better idea. So it's day 4. So you could see how it was sideways. When you check for open was 24,700. Okay, we'll keep 700. So this is basically the support and resistance. It was completely sideways. So open was 700. So this is our open ATM. So this becomes our OTM and ITM for call and put. Okay, so here everything is positive because markets is stuck between the zone, and today we have the pre-expiry. That's why the result is like this. Okay, so we'll move on. We'll move on to the Bank Nifty. So this is Bank Nifty. Basically you could see how the SL hunting has happened. When you check for open price is 54,400. So we'll keep 54,400 as our open, and then this becomes the OTM and ITM for put and call. And you could see market is stuck between range, the support and resistance. So that's why it's profitable. But one thing we have to notice here, minus DK, it's because due to the second half closure was up, we will consider resistance to be slightly weak in this condition. Okay, now we'll check Midcap Nifty. Finnifty is your homework. So this is Midcap Nifty 1 hour chart. So after the fall, Midcap Nifty finally today is being in a very steady zone. Let's study more about Midcap. When you check for open is 600. So you could see here 600 is open, so positive decay because of the strong support here, and resistance is weak. Now let's do some calculation here. So I'm going to check for this strike. We'll keep we'll calculate the profits. We'll take as round number positive. Instead of 12 I'm going to take 10, which is the decay. One lot size is 140. So this times this is 1400 plus tax and brokerage. So it's a profitable trade for Midcap. Okay, we'll move on now. So to the premium, we'll begin with Midcap itself since the chart is pretty clear here. So Midcap, this is going to be adjusted for 600. Let me take 12,600. So let me take the start range, end range, both similar. Okay, so here you could see from the very start itself sellers were very having the promising close until 2. The buyers slightly were dominating here, but at the end it was completely seller's day for Midcap because it's a pre-expiry. Tomorrow it's having expiry. Okay, we'll check for Nifty. So every time I have to refresh it. So this is Nifty. 700 is the open. I'm going to take 700 for both the sides. And then you can see second half there is too much of turbulence in the market. First half it was seller's day. Now we'll check for Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty, when you check for open, it's 54,400. Let me refresh it. So let's take 54,400 on the both sides. And then you could see the second half after 130 only, markets were trying to be a little bit adjustable for the buyers, but more or less it is a seller's day. Okay, now I have fixed the problem yesterday, so we are going to check the close range OI. So first is Nifty. Pretty quickly when you check here, 16 and 6, so resistance is pretty strong for Nifty. But when you check for next expiry though, it's 2 and 1, so next expiry is going to be sideways. So tomorrow a lot of SL hunting can happen, the possibility is there. Bank Nifty is pretty stable. When you check for Midcap, it's 29 and 32, so support is good for Midcap Nifty. I'll go for the ATM. So you could see second half there is a turbulence here. For Bank Nifty also second half from 130 exactly, markets were trying to be started to do its SL hunting. Now we'll see where the straddle point is for sellers. So seller straddle basically. So for Nifty, a little bit of profit booking, resistance is pretty strong here. And then you see future is standing exactly at the straddle point. When you check for next expiry, so next expiry here comes the 25,000, which is acting as the straddle point, equally built up here. We'll check for Bank Nifty. So this is basically Bank Nifty, too much of resistance built up, and when you check the straddle point is 500 and future is also currently standing there. Now when you check for Midcap Nifty, so this is Midcap Nifty, resistance is pretty strong and straddle point is at 700 as well as 600. So we'll see, market would be stuck between 700 and 600 tomorrow with little bit of SL hunting.